have you ever pondered the inevitable question, what happens to us after we die? This is the conundrum that has plagued mankind since time immemorial, stirring up a cocktail of emotions, from fear to curiosity, from despair to hope. It's the question that has sparked countless philosophical debates, inspired works of art, and driven scientific exploration. Even in our technologically advanced age, the mystery of death remains largely unsolved. It's a journey each one of us will take, yet it's a journey none of us can recount. A paradox, isn't it? This universal curiosity, this primal fear, it's as much a part of us as our very breath. But what if we could approach this question not with apprehension, but with scientific curiosity? What if we could dissect this enigma, not with morbid fascination, but with the scalpel of knowledge? Now, to unravel this mystery, we must first understand what death really is, from a scientific perspective. Death, in its simplest form, is the cessation of all biological functions that sustain a living organism. Let's start with the heart. The heart is the engine that keeps us running, pumping oxygen-rich blood to every part of our bodies. Once the heart stops, the lack of oxygen causes the rest of our bodily functions to cease. This is clinically known as cardiac arrest. Meanwhile, in the brain, things take a slightly different course. Even after the heart stops, the brain continues to function for a short while due to the residual oxygen. But as this oxygen depletes, the brain activity begins to fade, leading to what we call brain death. Now, brain death is a bit of a misnomer. It does not mean the brain is entirely inactive. In fact, certain reflexes, like the twitching of the eye or the movement of the fingers, can still occur. But for all intents and purposes, the person is considered deceased when there's no brain activity. Moving on to the next phase, post-mortem changes begin to set in. Rigor mortis, for instance, is the stiffening of the body that happens several hours after death. This is due to the calcium ions in our muscles being released, causing muscle contractions. Then, there's the process of decomposition. This is nature's way of recycling, breaking down our physical form into simpler organic compounds. Bacteria, insects, even the enzymes within our own bodies play a pivotal role in this transformation. Decomposition is a complex and fascinating process. It begins with autolysis, a self-digestive process where our cells break down from the inside. This is followed by putrefaction, where bacteria and other microorganisms begin to break down the tissues, resulting in a rather unpleasant smell. Lastly, we have skeletonization. This is the final stage of decomposition, where all that's left are the bones, which will, over time, also break down into the earth. So, that's the raw science. But how do different cultures and religions perceive death? Across the globe, death is perceived through numerous lenses, each unique and intriguing. From the ancient tribes of the Amazon to the bustling metropolises of Asia, every culture, every religion, every individual has their own interpretation of this profound event. In the vibrant tapestry of belief systems, Hinduism paints a cyclic picture of death and rebirth, a never-ending cycle of reincarnation. This belief suggests that our deeds in this life will shape our next, a concept known as karma. It's an eternal dance of souls, forever changing, forever evolving. On the other hand, Christianity and Islam view death as a transition, a bridge to an eternal life. It's a journey from the physical realm to a spiritual one, where resurrection and judgment awaits. These faiths suggest that our actions in this life will determine our place in the hereafter. But not all views on death revolve around an afterlife. For some, like many atheists or agnostics, death is the end of consciousness, the final curtain call. They believe in cherishing and honoring the memory of the deceased, focusing on the life lived rather than an afterlife. From the dreamlike cycle of reincarnation to the finality of atheistic beliefs, perspectives on death are as varied as the colors of a sunset. As we see, beliefs about death are as diverse as life itself. But no matter the perspective, the mystery of death continues to fascinate us. So, what does happen after we die? The truth is, we may never have a concrete answer. This journey we've taken together, exploring the science of death and the many perspectives on what follows, only highlights the enduring mystery. Despite our advancements and diverse beliefs, death remains a profound unknown. It's a reminder of our shared humanity, a challenge to our understanding, and ultimately, a testament to life's inherent unpredictability. Perhaps the true beauty of life lies in its unpredictability, including its final act, death.